What the is going on?
I like to party.
Jesus, honey, wax much?
This is Unwaxed
Get in, loser, we're going shopping.
with Sophia and Sistine Stallone.
We just become best friends. Yep.
Second husband.
I always said, I'm going to get married twice. I always said that.
She always says that.
Because I feel like the first one, it's going to feel pressure. Like, oh man, I have to do it because
I think I'm going to be married once, but it's going to be a marriage that I'm probably going to have later in life.
you're going to be
because I'll just
miserable.
know. No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
I refuse to get divorced.
That's what I mean, because you're just going to be so headstrong about it that you're going to say, I'm too stubborn to get a divorce.
That's not true.
But like you're above divorce. You're better than divorce.
Why are you already predicting that
50% of marriages?
you're already predicting that you're going to get divorced, which is sad enough.
Let me tell you this. Let me ask you a question. What do you think the leading cause of divorce is?
Cheating.
Cheating? What do you think, Chris?
It's got to be like cheating or finances, I would guess.
Wrong and wrong.
Really?
The correct answer is marriage.
This is such a dumb joke. Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Unwaxed podcast with your favorite sisters, divorcee Sistine and locked up Sophia.
Hey. It kind of has a cool ring to it.
Divorcee Sistine.
Yeah.
Actually, that's kind of.
It's got literally the opposite of a ring, actually. It lost the ring completely.
Okay. We're starting today with jokes.
Okay.
Because it's Friday. We feel good Friday right now.
You know what's in the air?
What?
Friday is the day of manifestation for love. I read about this.
That this
'Cause
Friday
there's
is
something about Venus. I'm not really sure what Venus has to do with it. Friday is love day. So what are you doing to get love today?
Oh, that's a tough question. What am I doing? Well, I'm going out with girlfriends, and I'm putting a little bit of effort. So I'm gonna go to a bar, maybe flirt a little bit. That's what I'm doing. Just putting myself out there.
Okay.
What are you? What are you doing, Sistine? I love it when I put you on the spot.
I'm showing love to my friends, and that's it.
That's such a lame answer.
Ew.
It is a lame answer. How are you showing love, like in a romantic way or friendship
Why
way?
are you copying my top today with like the off the shoulder?
Sistine, you cut yours up. How am I copying you? This is the style that I bought it in. She cuts all of her crew necks.
Does anyone else feel claustrophobic though when they're wearing a t-shirt or something and it's just suffocating your neck? Like I feel like I can't breathe.
No one feels that
Maybe
way.
this was a trauma response in a past life. Like maybe in a past life I was strangled. I don't know.
Strangled?
Maybe. Or maybe like caught in a fishing net and like who knows?
They did say you drowned in a river when you were young.
Right. I could
In
have been
a
a
past
fish.
life. So maybe it was entangled in a fishing net.
Yo ho
North Sea. I love that.
I don't know what we're
TikTok
talking
trend.
about.
I know. Well,
Your friend had a baby.
Oh yeah, can we talk about that?
Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about that because I just FaceTimed her for the first time. So I woke up yesterday. It was just a baffling day. There were so many things that were going on. You know, one of those days where, those weeks where nothing happens, and then suddenly one day, everyone's texting you, news is just popping up, and then now this one, I wake up at 6 a.m. and she's on the West Coast, and all I get is a photo of her and her baby on her chest. in the
That's
hospital.
crazy.
Which, for one thing, I knew it was coming, but it was earlier than when she told me. She said that it was going to be a little bit later. So I woke up shocked. This is my first friend that's had a kid.
She's also a young mom.
She's a
It's
young
not like
mom.
she's in her 30s.
She's going to be the best young mom ever. If anyone's going to have a kid, it should be her.
Yeah.
But that was just, first off, the baby is so cute. There can be ugly newborns. I'm not going to lie. I've
Why
seen them.
do
They look a little like
newborns
an alien.
look like they were put in like a vacuum seal? Like their
And they
faces just
shrink.
get like all mushed.
Well,
like
they
a
are
brain.
stuck in someone's stomach for 8 months. So I'm assuming that the stomach is like a vacuum
Can we
seal.
talk about that?
A baby in their
That's
stomach.
Insane that women can grow something that is alive in them while they are alive. That's crazy.
I just find it crazy that you meet someone, you fall in love,
A stranger.
you do some funny things, and then you create a human
together.
together.
That's so weird.
That's just I just like you look around. I look at like anybody.
See, that
a man.
sounds...
Look at we can literally create a child together, Chris. Like,
Whoa, what are you... Was that your pickup line? What are you getting at?
No, I'm just saying. It's just crazy. Any guy on the street.
Honestly, girl,
We could create.
shoot your shot. Shoot your shot. Respect.
I'm like, Chris, want to have a baby?
my God.
No, but isn't it crazy? Like I was thinking
Yeah.
about that. It just I find that so baffling that anyone, and it's half me, half
It's
him.
so crazy that it
It's
feels like
wild.
an episode of Rick and Morty. Like
Yes,
that
that's-
doesn't feel real.
Yeah, just it's like the baby's just sitting in an incubator in your stomach, and and it kicks you. That was crazy. When I used to visit her, she would just stand. She goes, "Oh, I feel like kicking." All of a sudden, you see like a little foot.
God, it's making me want to
was-
gag. Like I'm so happy for her.
No,
but
look, her baby's cute, so that's why I want to enforce this. Is it is a cute newborn? I'm not just saying that, and they look so happy. And I was asking her questions about just like the birthing process. There's a lot of things I didn't know about just even your hormones going from skyrocketing when you have a kid to completely dropping when you have the kid. The difference between like natural births without an epidural, like that stuff is wild. Like
wild.
wild.
Also, you can tell that couple, they're married, they wanted a baby for a really long time. So it was, the baby came into like happiness.
Oh,
and
that
whatever.
baby is getting so much love.
So
from
much
all
love.
angles, from the parents, from the grandparents, from the friends,
Yeah.
from me. I already said to her, I'm already a aunt. I've already
You're the
told-
godmother.
No, I'm not the godmother, but I am the unofficial aunt. It didn't make me want a baby. That's not my point. But it was just so crazy to see.
Well, I think because
That's what people are starting to lean into this phase of, I know she's early, but people are
yes.
my friends are starting to get married and now they're starting to have children.
and you're still single. That's crazy. That's insane.
That's so. Well, I'm 27. That is a pretty young age to have a kid. Like
you wanted
that's
to
not
get married
normal.
young though.
I didn't say I wanted to get married young. I've never said I wanted to get married. You wanted to get married young. There was a
Yeah,
point where
well, that was a.
for a moment there.
I was wearing rose-colored lenses. I thought that was the love of my life.
All of a sudden, she rubbed her eyes in the shower and they popped out.
My contacts fell out. I was like, whoa.
She goes, "Wait, I can't see."
No, I think because her birthing experience was so. I don't want to say it was easy because there's no such thing as an easy
Well, it was
birth,
a natural birth,
but
yeah.
it wasn't like 25 hours of
No,
labor.
No,
Like she took it like a champ.
she.
I already know. Mine is just gonna be like, oh, emergency C-section.
Yeah, I feel like yours is
crazy.
going to be so bad.
You know why? I'll tell you
So
why.
bad. Hers is. Gonna
I
be.
feel like I don't have birthing hips.
I have birthing hips.
You have birthing
I
hips.
think I'm
Scarlett
gonna
has
pop them
birthing
out
hips.
very easily.
I am built like a Roblox. There's no like hips that make it easy for a birthing canal.
I feel like
Ooh.
you're built like a cinnamon stick, like very just
Wait. You know what just came to my head?
If
Are you
this
telling
is-
me
if
that I
this
look
is-
like the guy from
from the Apple cinnamon
the,
commercial.
what was it?
The Apple
Cracker
Jacks? Apple Jacks?
Apple Jacks.
You know the old commercial where they're both stoned like the apple,
and he's
the-
wearing like the Jamaican
yes,
beanie.
yes, that's you.
I
I'm
totally
the
agree
apple.
because he has really big eyes and like they're kind of low.
I eat apples every day. Yeah, yeah, man. You are that. You're the cinnamon stick in the
I don't know.
Apple Jacks
I
commercial.
just like I've always said I was gonna have a surrogate. I don't
You
know if I'm one of those people. Like, of course, I want to carry my own baby, but I just don't
I
know if I'm one of
think-
those people that like. Maybe I should just get over this ick that I'm.
I think but this is the thing. Your reasoning is just because you don't want to. You want a baby. You just don't want. You don't feel like holding a baby, which is.
I'm scared.
But I feel like it won't matter until you meet the right person. I think it's one of those situations where,
oh my god, my uterus is cramping
Sistine,
right now.
come on. You are literally, by the way, you're like 10 years away from having a kid. So you're fine.
I don't want to have my first kid at 35.
See, that you do want a baby. Like, you literally are.
35.
So
what's the
Think about it. If
Wait,
you're,
there's a stat. It's like when you turn 36, it like your chances go down 20%.
Yeah, no. So I went in because I was thinking about freezing my eggs, and I've already decided I was going to do that at
Why didn't
29.
you?
I'm going to do
Oh.
it. I don't need to do it right now. But I figured if I was still single and no prospects and I'm 29, and not that I'm trying to rush into having a kid right now, but I was going to freeze my eggs just to have those 29-year-old eggs. Sweet ones. But apparently,
Yeah, fry them up a little.
fry them up,
little
put
sage, a little
salt
butter
it.
in there.
Ooh, nice
Ooh.
little creme.
You want it scrambled or easy?
I love a soft scrambled.
You're gonna do hard boil, you disgusting.
You're a hard boiled egg. You think I'm a not soft scrambled? You're like more of
You'd put your eggs in a breakfast burrito.
you're sunny side up. Actually, no, you're sunny side down because you're so.
good one. Nice.
Okay, my point is that when I went there, the lady was telling me that apparently I think your chances of getting pregnant as a woman, it goes from, I don't know if it's like 70 to like 30 or something crazy. Like your number drops significantly at a certain age. And that's why I go, I'm not banking that I'm finding my husband anytime soon. If it happens, great. But even though Mom keeps saying she feels like I'm going to meet my husband this year.
Actually, I have something for you later in this podcast that might help expedite that process for you.
My egg freezing process?
No, finding a person.
Oh.
God.
Like, what? Are you going to check through the hormones or something?
I would love to.
No. I feel like imagine me with extra hormones.
I'd move out.
Yeah, I think we'd both move out. But yeah, so I found that was crazy. And now she's having a kid. And I don't know, the name of the baby is so cute. But I already have my list of names.
Her baby's name is on my baby list.
I know. I love her baby name. It works.
It's
Willa.
perfect.
It's so
I'm sorry, my
pretty.
husband, the first or the second one, they get no say in what I'm naming this child.
I have a question.
What?
So, what's your favorite guy name for a baby?
Let me just pull up my list.
Just I'm curious about this because now I want to switch this up.
Yours are like, your baby male names are all the names of guys that chop their own wood and like will
Dean.
do like tap a tree for sap.
I
Like,
love the
that's
name
what they do.
August. But I don't like
Okay.
the nickname Augie.
Okay, this one's crazy, right? So a lot of these names, unfortunately, are guys that I've gone out with.
Well, so that was
They just
wait,
have good
but
names.
that was my question was what's your
Yeah.
top baby name? Because mine used to have one of my favorite ones was someone I went out with, and I deleted it from the list because there's
just
no
go
way
through it.
I'm naming my baby after my ex.
Liam. Made out with the Liam ones.
Oh, I have a Liam on my list.
Actually, Nicholas. I've never
Nicholas.
dabbled with the Nicholas. Or
Santa
Nathan.
Claus? Like what? No, I don't.
Oh,
like,
Saint Nicholas. You're
Saint
right.
Nicholas-
Hate that.
no.
Hate that. That's
Jolly?
gone.
Like-
you ruined it for me. How about Ooh, I can't say that one.
That's it.
Oh, I have River. River took me to
River?
River.
You're talking about chopping wood?
Wait, she's shitting on me for having baby names that look like you axe people in the
on.
forest, and yours is River.
Took me
that
to
guy
my
literally
freshman
has
year homecoming
Sistine.
because no one else would.
Sistine, that guy goes fishing
So he deserves
in
my
the
firstborn.
mountains in Montana. Like that is not River. No. I'm saying no to that one. If you name your baby River, I'm literally gonna call him something else.
All right,
Yeah.
let's hear some of yours.
Okay. I love the name James, Liam.
We both have Liam.
Yeah.
That's an issue.
Dean, August. Actually, it's kind of ironic. Sistine likes the name. What was it for a girl? Because I'm born in August, and
Oh, I like June.
she likes June. She was born in June,
and this
so-
girl should name hers May.
and we're trying to convince Scarlett to name her baby May. But no, a lot of my girl names are guy names. Like I kind of want a girl name for a guy name.
Do you like the name Summer?
No. I have the name Blake for a girl.
Can you imagine if I
like
had
the name
kids? This is
Drew,
River,
Dylan.
Summer, and June. Everyone's gonna be like, "You're a hippie." Like, what? Yeah, you're right.
Flower
These-
power. But my question is, before we got into this, was would you ever, like, if you had the best baby name for a guy and you ended up dating that name, could you ever name that baby after your ex? Not for your ex, but
It depends. Here's a better question, I think.
Mm.
Not that yours wasn't good, but I have a better one. Say you're dating a guy, right? And he's like the third or fourth, but you hate his name. And he insists on having the name carried
Oh.
on.
oh.
What would you do?
I actually, but it was ironically, I went out with a guy a couple months ago. He said he would have to name his baby like the fourth of that name. And I almost,
No. Divorce, babe.
my
Divorce.
brain just did a flip flop. I go, no, that's,
No.
see, that's where I probably would get a divorce.
That's the reason why? Because you don't agree on a baby name? Yeah, you're making fun of me. You're definitely getting divorced.
I feel like your reason for a divorce would be like just as dumb.
Mine would just be like, "Oh, he's just in my
No,
space all the
see,
time.
that would be it.
I don't want to
Sistine
share a
would break-
bed.
She would divorce someone because she got the ick. That is
No, I just want to
literally
be alone.
You get Sistine.
Oh, it's so annoying having this husband around.
I
Let
have to
me
share a bed with
breathe.
you now.
It's like if I have to do,
Sistine, what are you thinking
What?
that you're going to date someone until you say
You're right,
I do, and
honestly,
suddenly now you share a bed?
I think I'm so used to being independent. I'm so not a codependent dater as well that when they get more, I always find that the guy gets more attached to me than I do to them, which I think
in
is
the
what it-
beginning,
no, it's just like they're more needy than I am for like attention and affection.
or maybe because you're trying to hold back on your emotions, that you're making the guy feel insecure, so he's leaning in even more, trying to show you more affection.
Do you
because
think I make men insecure?
I think you make men question themselves and your life as a relationship because you get nervous.
I could see that.
Ex-
I could see that.
Thank you. Because it's
I can see it too.
So Steve, like, this is the thing, and I think that a lot of people have this. Is you, we're gonna do a little therapy session here. She's a very emotional person, deeply. She feels it. She thinks about it. She vocalizes it. But when it comes to showing affection for guys, when you're starting to like someone, you pull back because you're trying to withhold yourself from being hurt.
It's called protecting your heart.
I know, but I actually think that I used to do that too. And so the guys start to overcompensate for the fact that you're not expressive enough, which, look, it's a learning lesson. But mom kind of told me this, and I agreed with her, but I have a hard time. She always is the person that's like, give 100% of your heart. Like, take a risk, take a chance. And I just am like, I don't know.
No.
I don't even know if my heart could get to 100%.
No. I think when you're first starting to talk to someone, right, it's a very tricky balance between keeping your wall up and making sure that you trust this person before you fully let them in. But at the same time, if you keep your wall up for too long, they're going to, either get insecure, disinterested. But I also think the way that you date now is just a mirrored image of how your past relationships were. Like, if you were in like a toxic relationship in the past, you bring that on to the next one, and they could have been a great guy doing nothing toxic at all, but then you're continuing this cycle. So it's like, how do you break?
Is there a reason why you're bringing up this, Sistine?
I'm a bit of a self-sabotager when it comes to my happiness.
Are you currently about to self-sabotage something?
Listen, I actually told this to a boy the other night. A man, I'll say. A boy. A boy.
Are we thinking of that same one? Is he?
There's only one.
Okay, yes.
What other one am I
would
talking
say,
about?
I'm going to give him credit. He's a man.
Oh.
He's your age, but he's a man. The way he treats you. Man tendencies, not boy, not child.
Yep.
Yep.
I've lost my train of thought.
I'm getting you. Look, she's so flustered. She likes him.
But see, I don't want to.
Oh.
I don't want to. Because I feel like I've been so down bad, or if I get close to that point of liking someone, they just do something foul to ruin it all. What's interesting about this gentleman is I haven't seen any red flags. Not even if he's saying anything in conversation, like, oh, I'm not close with my sister, or, oh, nothing. Which I'm like,
Sistine's like, call me George, because I'm curious.
Can we stop the show? I'm good. I literally hated that.
Waiting to say that.
No, the fact that you planned it? You planned it?
I thought about it this morning. I thought that was a really funny phrase to use.
You are not my sister.
You can't deny that was a good one.
It was so bad. It was so bad. But a win is a win. You made us laugh. It was good, but it was bad. Oh my God, he just texted me.
What do you say?
So here's the thing. Okay. This is why I need to get out of my head, right?
I'm good.
I need to stop. All right, here's George, relax. I need to stop anticipating bad things to happen and just take it day by day. I'm also the type of person
self-sabotaging.
Yeah, like when I like someone, I legit start fantasizing about what our lives are going to look like 9 months from now. Why?
I do that
Why
on the first
do
date.
I do that? That's too soon. That's too soon.
Yeah. I'm not fantasizing in the sense of, oh, like I can't wait till we do this, and this. I kind of do it more strategically. Like, could he?
I started changing my wording on these dates that I've been going on. Before, I was tried to act very like sweet and innocent and submissive, which we all know is not true. And I would not say things out of line, or I'd only gas them up, or whatever it was. But I'm bringing hardballing back again. And I actually said this at the last dinner that I was at with him, which does sound cocky, but I do think it sort of weeds away
Like
the
good from the back?
weak-minded, yeah,
Well,
and kind of just see, oh,
weeds away
she's
your
confident.
type versus what like maybe another person isn't like that, but what you want is someone that can actually answer these questions.
100%.
You know?
So we're at dinner, and we're at that number of dates where you kind of start talking about like, why are you single? Like, what
I
are
ask
you
that
like
all the
relationship?
time.
But you don't want to do it too soon because I don't want
Oh.
to talk about their exes on the first date.
I did.
That's
Well, it was
you asked if they cheated the first date. That's a crazy question, and he said yes.
Well, and they answered. They said yeah. So
Yeah, that was pretty rogue. But this is what I told
Mm-hmm.
him. He said, "Why are you still single?" He's like, "You have it all." Blah blah blah. I'm like, "Well, I know that." But I said, "I know my worth, and I think before I wasn't acknowledging how good of a person I think I am and what I could bring to a relationship. I literally sounded like I was applying for a job interview, and I was like, I'm sure of myself. I know I'm a good time." I don't like to fight. I was like pitching myself,
Wait,
but in a weird way, I was also
that's
like,
not hardballing.
no, but I was just saying,
I
like,
think hardballing is me asking straight up if a guy is cheated.
no,
That's like,
I was saying, like, I'm a confident person. I know what I want, and I'm not going to settle for less. And so either he can respond with, like, she's kind of full of herself or whatever, or you could be like, I respect that. And then he looks at you as a more high valued woman.
I like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
it responded well.
that's good. I mean, I think I did something different on a recent date too, like a
Oh.
couple of days ago.
Oh.
And my problem is I fill dead air.
I do that.
I will talk and talk and talk and then convince myself the date was fab, but in truth, I was the one talking the whole time, and then I loved his responses because he'd go, yeah, great. And so I didn't really get to know him at all. And so this time I went into the date going, okay, same as you, like not trying to do it, try to be perfect, try to be so funny, because I feel like I do put on a little bit of performance unintentionally on these dates. So I'm like, okay, Sophia, you're going to sit at this dinner, and if there's dead air, like you're going to put your part in, you're going to do the work, you're going to ask the questions, but you're not going to try so hard to make a conversation go farther or go longer. Like let him
Yes.
do it too. Like, I mean, if he doesn't fill the dead air or if it's awkward, then that's just enough to show like, okay, you guys aren't that compatible, you know?
Yes.
And so it was nice because I saw that and it was hard. I literally remember a couple moments when there was dead air, I had to go,
Yeah, sit on your hands.
I was like, I said,
Yeah.
it's just to stop because I talk with my hands. So I'm like, and so then it was nice because he actually did fill it and he would continue
well,
talking.
that's good.
Yeah.
I did something super embarrassing, and I'll leave it on this note.
Mm.
I tried to give a really deep, emotional, like profound line about love. But I stole it from Perks of Being a Wallflower,
No.
the movie. And why would I think this man has seen Perks of Wallflower?
Well, yeah, I know the quote you're
So
about
I was
to say.
saying, like, because he was talking about my dating life, I was like, yeah, well, I've always been the type, like, we expect the love we think we deserve, and that's
That's
why.
not even what it is.
What is it?
Accept, not expect. Like accept it, take it, accept the love we think we deserve. We don't expect.
Do you think because you read, you're
No,
smarter than
I'm
me?
just-
you're
just-
better than me?
No, that's fine. I mean,
We accept the love we think we deserve.
yeah, that's what it is.
And he knew where it was from, and I was embarrassed.
Shut up. Did he say like perks of being a
Yeah.
wallflower?
Yeah.
I mean, it is like it's a universal great quote.
Let me ask you this. Would you rather date someone you love or date someone that loves you? You can't have it both ways.
What?
Would you rather date someone you love, but they don't love you? Or would you rather date someone that loves you,
But
you don't love them?
can I ask one context question?
Fine.
Do they care about me at all?
Somewhat.
Okay, then I would rather they love me. I'm not chasing someone forever.
Do you believe that
What?
the guy should always love the girl a little bit more?
This is specifically for me.
I think as a male in the room, yes.
I think that probably the more healthy relationships are like that.
Right?
Yeah, I
I
agree
would-
with that.
I would think so.
Do
know-
men get annoyed with that?
What, that we have to love you more?
Yeah.
Uh,
So sorry.
I think it's just part of the deal. I think
Yeah.
I think we get it. I think
That's
we
a
get
good
it.
answer.
I don't think that. But you know what it is? I think it's because when guys fall in love, they fall in love hard.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's so
It's
true.
bad. And they honestly, even when a breakup happens, it's almost like they feel it way longer and way tougher
But
than a
it's so-
female does because we do express our emotions
That's
a
what I
little
was
bit
gonna say.
easier.
It's so hard because men think that women are so confusing, But reading a guy, they're so cryptic and secretive, and I just don't understand what they're thinking, how they're feeling, what they're saying. And when you do break up with a guy, sometimes they'll go ghost mode on you, and you're like, all I want to do is talk to them and talk through it. But then maybe when they're alone, who knows how they're spiraling?
Is there a truth to this? I've heard this about men when they break up or they find their love of their life. Is there always one girl that you forever think about? Because I've heard this. I've heard that men will move on, like breakups happen, but there's always a girl in their life that they just always think about.
No, because I've had one person be that girl, and then like life happens, and then you date and have a relationship or whatever, and then it becomes someone else. So no, I wouldn't.
Okay,
It's
That's
not
good.
It's not even the most recency thing. It's just I don't know what it is exactly,
I
but
know what
it
you're trying to
definitely
say.
does change. It's not like I don't know. I mean, maybe for some people it is, but in my case,
Like you're saying it would be that girl until you met the next girl.
not necessarily the next girl, but I think it's all relative to like what actual impact that they have on your life, like the amount of time, all that sort of stuff.
Right, that does make sense.
You know what's crazy?
What?
All we do is complain about being in a relationship, but we always forget how much work and how much emotional warfare you have to go through, and like the
Well,
fighting.
if it's good.
But most of
it's
the
not like
time,
that.
like I always feel like you have the good moments, but there are so many annoying, bad bickers, fights. Like it's a lot of
I
work.
feel like though that's not true. I feel like we just haven't, or probably you haven't had like a consistent good one for like. No, it's true. Like I think that relationships have waves, but it shouldn't be predominantly arguments or
true.
bickers and things like that. And so I'm excited for you when you find that person that it's kind of like 90-10, like 10% being issues.
Speaking of love,
Mm.
my TikTok is so weird right now, and I'm getting a lot of witches and witchcraft, and
Are you on my TikTok? That's all I listen to.
so, but I'm getting a lot of like really cool old people with white hair, and they're saying, if you want an abundance of money, follow this spell.
Oh,
if you
don't-
want eternal happiness, follow this spell. But they have a few for love, and if you want to do a spell right now, we can do it
A
'cause I
spell?
learned it. Yeah. Do you want to do one?
Witchcraft.
Yeah.
That you learned on TikTok.
Yes. Should we do it?
Okay.
I'll give you an option. How about that? You can pick which spell you want to do.
Okay.
Disclaimer. These are TikTok witches, so take it with a grain of salt. But I'll believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Would you want to do the spell that will have them beg to have you back, or how to make someone obsessed with you?
But I don't have a person in mind for either of those.
Doesn't matter. It could even just be like a crush. It could be like a celebrity. It could be anyone.
I obsessed with me.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I don't want anyone back.
For this spell, and everyone listening and watching can follow along, you're going to need a few things. A piece of paper, a
Bro,
pen.
you actually brought.
Of course you do.
You're going to need a piece of paper. So here you go, Sophia. You're going to need a red pen. Very important that it's red. Chris, feel free to follow along as well if you would like
Can
to
I say I
partake.
actually have no one in mind.
And
that I
you're
wanna make
also
obsessed with
going
me.
to need perfume, your perfume. Step 1, how to make someone obsessed with you. Take the piece of paper and the red pen.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Write your name on one side. Go ahead and do that.
Insane.
And then you're going to flip the paper over and write their name on the other side. Do it.
I don't have anyone.
Think of someone.
Pick like one of your like crush things that you guys always talk
Yeah.
about.
My.
It could even be like an ex that you're like, I want him to like crawl back.
so-
She really
celebrity
wants you to have
crush.
an ex, yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna do that.
Ah! That was not the name I was expecting. Okay. The side with their name on it,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to spray the perfume all over it. Okay?
Oh.
You're going to put the paper on the table, fold it 3 times towards you. The witches on TikTok say that you're supposed to put it in a pillowcase until it comes true. We don't have one. Do me a favor, stick it in your bra for me. Close enough to a pillowcase. And you're going to leave it there.
Oh fuck
No,
I'm not leaving it
You have
here.
to leave it there until it happens, and then you have to burn it or bury the paper.
I'm not leaving. I will tell you this: if this guy comes obsessed with me, it's gonna take 5 years. I'm not leaving this in my bra for 5 years.
Can you imagine if it happened?
I'll leave it until the end of the episode.
Do you wanna do
I'm not
one
deleting
more?
it. Nope. No, I can't.
You don't wanna have them beg for you back?
Why don't you do it? Because I don't have anybody. Did you do
Witchcraft?
this by the way by yourself?
I did a different one. Would you like to know what spell I did?
Yeah.
I did the obsessed one. I want someone to be obsessed with me. So I
think
had
it's pretty much
to
working.
take my left foot. Okay, context. Sophia went to Palm Beach for 4 days, and I was so bored and lonely, and it was snowing, and it was freezing. I had time to kill, so I just did some spells. All right, so I took my left.
What? Sistine, do you realize what you just said in that sentence? Sophia went to Florida. I had so much time on my hands, so I just casted some spells.
It was so fun. One of them I had to like boil like cinnamon and the sage leaf.
Did you actually do all this?
I was.
Sistine, there's so many
loved-
other things that you could have done with your time.
Everyone was out of town. It was President's Day. Happy birthday, presidents.
I
What do you do?
actually am so...
Okay, so what I had to do was I had to take a pen, get my left foot, and then write their name on the bottom of it. And then I had to hold my foot. And I said, I embrace the power within me to create what I want. This person will cry and beg to receive my love. And then I had to like hold it, say it. And then I closed my eyes and I had to envision them crawling and begging and crying. Please, I want you. Take me back. Take me
That's
back.
like-
And then I couldn't wash it off for 3 days. I did take a shower, but they were like, if you shower and it washes off, just rewrite it. So I was like, okay.
Can you whisper to me who it was? Do I know who it is?
Yeah.
Is it current person?
No.
Who
This is
the
just-
hell are you
this is
begging
just-
someone to crawl on their
this is
knees
just-
and cry for you?
Well, it doesn't mean I want them, but I want them to
Ah,
be really
Jesus.
upset. Anyway.
Nice. That was, you know what? I just did not expect that from you. I feel like that's something I would do, and you would make fun of me for the next.
It's been
century.
so fun. You know what we should do though? Let's go to one of those stores, those herbal.
You
like
want to go to those
voodoo.
now? I've been so obsessed with the crystal stuff, and you've always said
No, not
it's dumb."
crystals. And I'm not trying to burn sage. Like I want to get little.
You want to go to a witch shop? You
I
think
want
that's
to
weirder?
get little potion bottles and like say if we're having a drink, I'll like pour whatever in their drink. Not to roofie them, but like
Who is this person?
What if it was like rose water? You know.
See, no, we're gonna move on from this. So while she was here casting spells on men, making them crawl to their knees and cry, and drawing on her left foot.
It hasn't happened yet.
Oh God, I went to Florida to visit the parents and just spend some time there, and it was really fun. It was nice to get out of the cold. But
This is why I shouldn't live alone. It's not good for me.
yes, that's true. You
Anyway.
shouldn't. You shouldn't.
Speaking of living alone, our apartment fell through. So we're
Yeah.
gonna get evicted in like a few weeks.
Yep. Yep. So we had this plan and this perfect apartment that we've been talking about. And you guys, when I say we've never been so heartbroken in our entire lives, it's true. Remember I said it was the best day ever where I saw my celebrity crush, we got the apartment, and we saw Love
Yeah.
Island. Now it's all crashing down. He has a girlfriend and we lost the apartment and we haven't watched Love Island in a little bit. But with this apartment, we have basically 2 weeks before we were supposed to move out. He says us he needs to take it back for very suspicious and
Very suspicious.
not legit reasons, illegitimate reasons. And now we're kind of struggling because we've already signed off on our current apartment that we're going to leave and they need it now. And so now we're in this pickle where we have basically 3 weeks to find a new place where there's absolutely nothing available.
Yeah.
Yep.
Get a boyfriend, move in with him.
Sistine, you get a boyfriend, move in with them so I can go find a 1-bedroom.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
A 1-bedroom.
A 1-bedroom.
You trying to fight?
Well, I said if you moved in with a boyfriend, you'd get a 1-bedroom.
Anything else exciting happen in Florida?
No, but I actually wrote this down. And because what? Are you looking at me so weird? Mom was trying to set me up with someone. That didn't work out.
when your parents try to
Yeah.
set you up. They always give you like the biggest dork ever. You're like, no.
Yeah, I was.
Then you have
It
to
wasn't
talk
my
to
cup of tea.
them.
Yep, and I
It's
did. He was sweet, but it
awful.
was just not my vibe. But can I just say, I wrote this down because I wanted to bring this up, and I feel like it's such a random thing to bring up. But why is it on the plane back? I was sitting in the back row, and the bathroom in the back was like kind of funky, and so I had to walk to the front. Why is it walking down the aisle in an airplane to go to the bathroom the most uncomfortable thing ever?
I
I'm
feel
sorry.
like everyone stares at me.
Everyone, you're just walking down. Do you know what I'm saying? Like everyone knows where you're going. You're going to the bathroom. And I think it's so weird that you have all these eyes on you, like hundreds of eyes just looking at you as you go up and down to go from your seat to go pee.
Yeah. That is crazy.
Thanks for giving me so much.
Well, what do you want to say? Yeah, it's scary.
Oh, because like witch talk is really fun to talk about.
I heard a lot of laughs coming in the room.
Whatever, we can cut that part.
No, I liked it. I liked it. Leave it. Leave it.
I have one of those questions.
I have one of those too.
Okay, well, Sistine and I think it'd be funny to ask each other really random questions and see
Okay,
what
you
we
go
can come up
first.
with on the spot. Okay. If you could be stuck in any movie, what would it be? That you would trade your life and you'd be stuck in that movie. I know. Isn't that hard?
I have two. But does it mean that I have to have the same storyline as the characters, or just...
You would just be with all the characters. You'd be in their world. You'd be invested in part of that. You're not a character, but you're your own person in that world.
Lost in translation because I love Tokyo, but I don't know. That's
You
such
would
a
forever
hard...
give up your life now to go live in the set of Lost in Translation.
What would you pick?
Okay.
You
I
have
got-
time to think.
No, I actually just thought of this now.
Ready
I was
Player One.
like, that's cool.
Ready
That's
Player
cool answer.
One.
That's basically gonna
Hell
be us in a
yeah.
couple years. I was gonna say Star Wars.
You gave me shit.
Star Wars would be so sick to be living it. Are you kidding me? Are you joking?
You have to wear the robes.
You would rather
You have
would
to wear the
rather-
robes
and have a lightsaber.
and also get shot at all the time.
No, that's not true. I'm gonna be a good person. No one's gonna shoot at me. Or any Nancy Meyers movie. Like it's complicated. You know, those type of very whimsical.
So you want to live
Settings.
in those rom-com movies that are just so fluff,
Yeah.
babe.
Okay, that's my answer. Your answer's no.
Ready Player One was a good one.
Ready Player One was good. But
That's
we were
sick.
kind of on the same page because
So dude, I'm living in like a video game.
yeah, and I'm living in the coolest planets on Earth.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna ask you a question.
Okay. Go ahead.
This question opens up to the room. Would you rather have no one show up to your wedding or have no one show up to your funeral?
Oh, easy for me. No, wedding. Cheap.
Yeah.
Cheap.
Oh wait, no, that's not the
Wait,
reason
what?
why.
I was not. What?
I didn't no one show up to my funeral.
This is every dude's perspective. Just,
You're
just so
kidding
you-
me.
Do guys not really care about that much?
It's not for us.
Exactly,
It's
and
not
it's
for
so true.
us.
That's
It's-
so true.
It's
Wait.
not for us.
So if you had it your way, you'd be like, let's just
Elope.
do either elope. Let's
Yeah.
do 3 people.
I've
Yeah.
actually wanted to do that. I wanted with my husband before the wedding. Just
Are you shooting your
us.
shot again?
hey,
It was
hey,
right there. It
don't
was
worry,
right
baby,
there.
let's
It was
elope.
right there.
Hold on. Did you write Chris's name on the paper? I knew the spell worked.
She must
I
have
knew
sprayed it on the wrong side though, because
I knew it. I knew it.
No, I've said this to you. I've said I've always wanted to elope to Vegas before my actual wedding. I think that'd be really fun to do just the two of you, and then but I'd still want the wedding. So that's where we differ.
Okay, that's so interesting.
know.
Guys really don't care.
shit.
Guys
yeah,
really
no.
don't care.
No.
Yeah, I get it because it's like it could be $80 a plate.
No,
If you have 100 people,
weddings are
that's-
expensive. But think about the lead up. First off, the ring is expensive enough, and then you have the wedding, and then you have the honeymoon,
Then the bachelor,
and it's also
parties.
the bachelor and bachelorette parties. Also,
they have
the
an
rehearsal
engagement
dinner.
party.
Yeah, the rehearsal. Well, those are hosted
Gender
by.
reveal. I'm just kidding. But there's so many.
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, look, I know the parents are technically supposed to pay for the rehearsal dinner and the wedding and things like that, but like you're gonna chip in and help. It's a lot. The venue, the hotels, the food,
Wait, so you
the
would rather
music.
have no one show up to your wedding?
I want that funeral to be lit.
Would you have?
But
a-
then you're not even gonna be there to see it.
I'll watch.
Ah.
I think for me, I'd say funeral.
That like both are so sad. I think I would say funeral too, though.
I'm dead. I don't care. You know what? This is what I would say. No one show up to my funeral, but everyone show up to like a party. And
Okay,
just go
I have another
celebrate there.
question. Speaking about funerals, would you rather have an open casket, but you had clown makeup on, like white clown makeup,
Oh,
right?
no.
Or would you rather be taxidermied and you were propped up in a chair as you're walking in, so you're kind of like this,
You're sitting watching everyone.
and people could like take selfies. with you?
That viral video or the guy.
Which one?
The one. There was a guy that he like loved motorcycling, and so at his funeral he like basically taxidermied himself.
So
and
would
to
you
sit on
rather
a
do the
motorcycle like
taxidermy, or they
this.
come up to your casket and they're like, "Oh God,
and then clown makeup?
really? What would
I'm-
you pick?"
I'm not having people stare
Chris
at
is
me.
really deep in thought
This
right
is
now.
tough because I feel like they're kind of similar. In
They're
both
certain
scary.
ways.
They're both scary.
I mean, the when you said the first option, my nephew and niece's nickname for me is Uncle Bobo.
Oh.
So I kind of want to go clown on that.
Yeah, well, that's easy.
Well, now that makes sense.
But the taxidermy thing also seems like kind of cool.
It's,
Is
I
it
feel
that
like
I know my boys would be
if
like,
you had,
oh,
yeah,
dude,
if you had
fucking
cool,
Chris,
if you had
he's
cool,
dead.
if you had cool friends, if you had cool friends, the taxidermy's the way to go.
I think I would have to. I don't know. It's tough, but yeah.
I can't have
my mom would cry if we were taxidermy. She'd freak out. She'd
couldn't. I
freak out.
couldn't.
Would she be fine with the clown?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Maybe they'd be like, you know?
She like honk your nose.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Like, you have like a little thing here, and then you squirt it, water shoots out. We're gonna end on this. Okay. Okay. Well, thank you guys for listening to this. I don't know what to call episode. It was crazy. It's fun, but we're glad to be back. And follow us on Instagram, Spotify, TikTok at Unwaxed Podcast. Send us your 5 stars with a question. We're gonna probably do questions soon.
Also, I would like to say this. Please DM us. Because Sophia and I read all the DMs and we answer, and it's so much fun to feel like people are listening.
And that's that. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.